Peace and blessings, everyone. I would like to revisit the Obama aspect of what I'm trying to do. I want to try to fully think out and bring to light to you how deep it goes and the position that he is in, that he could be put in, his very place in history. There are some of us, blacks, African Americans, whatever, who hold Obama to be our savior. For whatever reason, you believe that. Up to this point, he has not proven to be that. I'm talking about specifically for us, our people, his people. And yet, even in that statement, his people, there's a question. You can question in truth the validity of that statement, us being his people. Because we're talking about a man who is half white and whose black side of the family, the black part of him, is not African American, but African. So I wonder and I question out loud, does he really have a connection to us? And I believe that this has been brought up before, but I didn't really think about it. Does he really have a connection to us? Because even if you say, well, his father's African and our people are from Africa, well, yeah, true. But no, ultimately we say that everybody ultimately is from Africa. But does he really have a direct connection to us African Americans who are descendants of the slave people who were brought here? His people are in Africa. He can go to Africa, the continent. He can go to a specific country. I forget what country it is exactly. And he can go to his direct family. Can you do that? Does he have any family here in the United States that is part of his black side? Is there anyone from his black side of family that is here in the United States? I don't know. I'm questioning. I know that his mother is, who is white. I know his grandparents or his grandfather, right? I believe his grandmother died recently and he has a grandfather. I know he has some white side that is here, but I don't know about the black side. So that would call into question his loyalty to us. I have family in California. I have family in Ohio, where I'm from. I have family in Chicago. I have family in Atlanta. I have family in Indiana. I have family throughout this United States. And I'm sure you do too. I have family in Alabama. But does he? And so I had to question and ask, once again, what is his loyalty to us? Why does he have to be loyal to us if he can't connect on that level? Sure, he's considered black. And really, I guess ultimately he is truly African American. His father's from Africa. Where was his mother from? His mother's from here. No, where's his mother? Was his mother from out of the country? Can't remember exactly. So if his mother is American, then that's called question. Well, of course, you got the whole thing about really if he has a birth certificate, but whatever. But hope you see what I'm saying. And this is the opportune time for us to stand up and do something. We have to take advantage of the fact that we have this so-called black man as a president of the United States. We have the opportunity to put him in a position to take sides, to prove his loyalty, to take sides with us blacks as a whole, as a nation, or to take sides with the United States as a nation. I'm not even trying to make it black and white. I'm talking about the blacks as a whole as a nation and the United States as a nation. If we put to him that he must be part of a panel to declare who we are as a people, once again, will he take part in that, or will he try to find a political way out of it? He can't save us, people. And when I say he can't meaning that he is part of a system which is oppressing us. So the minute that he does something to show favor, to show loyalty to his black people, to do something that may be needed for his black people, once again, the truth may be that we need our own sovereignty, to be our own nation, to have our own state. If he was to come out and try to start talking that mess, just think what would happen. Just think of the uproar that would take place between the whites, between all the races. They say, oh, just what we thought. Look at this nigger. Just think of the paranoia that would take place. And so he would be put in a place where he would have to think about his very legacy. Would his legacy be that he got a position where he was really able to free his people, to bring them together as a nation? Look, he should be able to do this without getting United Nations involved. To me, he should be out doing this. My first day in office, that's what I would do. Seek to understand the true status of the black man here in America. If we need to be a nation. Matter of fact, I'll probably make us be a nation. Make us step up and be on our own. And live up and do for ourselves. So all these other nations and race people can't tell us how we dependent on the white man and everybody else, and how we just crying this and that. I might do that just to basically put us up there. You're gonna sink or swim. Throw them in the water. You know, do somebody wants to swim, push them in the water, make them swim. So once again, what legacy would he be concerned about? Would he be concerned about his United States legacy of being the first black president and doing a great job to the nation, to the United States nation? Or would he be willing to put that legacy on the line as being the one that truly freed the people here in America? If he did that, once again, would that lead to a civil war? Would that lead to the race war that just is out there in the ether that's been bubbling for so long? Would he be willing to take the chance that may happen? Once again, that would be part of his legacy. He started the worst civil war in the history of the United States. Would it cause the United States collapse? Would he be really willing to take the chance of that being part of his legacy? Would that lead to even more? Would that lead to a world war? Would he be willing to have that legacy, as that part be a legacy, part of his legacy? Just think what could happen. So, like I said, we had an opportune time right now to put him in a position to choose sides. Once again, I don't want to talk about black and white. I don't want him to try to choose sides between his mothers, that's part of his family. No, it's not about that. It's about choosing the side of truth as opposed to the side of lies. The side of justice as opposed to the side of discrimination and unfair treatment of that nature. What would he choose? Let's put them in that position. Let's squeeze them. That's what this would do. If you join me in my cause, I believe that's what would happen. We would squeeze him, put him in position to prove himself as our so-called savior. And if he isn't, then we know him for who he truly is. And I wouldn't necessarily mean he's a bad person, but it will stop you from looking to him as your savior. It will bring out the truth of what he is about, the truth of what he feels is right and what he should do. I want you to really stop and think about it. Think about, this is the time. This is the time right now. But I need you. I need you. We need each other. And something else I want you to think about. Think about the fear that will be put in the hearts of the powers that be if we were to come together as a nation. If it was determined and demanded that we be allowed to come together as a sovereign nation, I want you to really think about the fear that would be resonated around the globe. Because see, once we were able to come together as a nation, what would we do as a people? We would start focusing on Africa, wouldn't we? We should. We would then have the money to buy our own arms and weapons. We would have the engineers, the scientists, the people with the knowledge of technology to build our own weapons for the purpose of liberating parts of Africa. We had the money to start making our own deals to buy those leaders over there who are corrupt, to start doing what's right. We would be able to, as a nation, start going over and invading other countries for the better, the greater good. You know, what's supposed to be good for them, as the United States is doing it. But we would be doing it for the sake of our own people who are killing each other. The genocide that's taking place. We would go over there and start running out those governments who are behind, you know, those puppet governments over there. Start running out the Chinese over there right now, got their hands in the pockets of all the natural resources. They wouldn't want that. No one will want that. No one who is raping the continent of Africa, they will fear that. They won't want that. Once again, what will come out of that? Ultimately, what kind of wars will be started? So, just on that alone, a lot of people won't want to do it. Once again, would Obama be included in that? Who wants us to have that power? Who would want that? Who would be afraid of that? And what could we do with that? God bless. Peace and love.